Red Dirt RPG is proud to highlight the brand new T-Shirt of the Month Club from the Kobold Lounge.
Every month, artists from the lounge submit original designs. Their community votes, and the top 3 become limited edition shirts that are available only that month.
When you join the club, you choose your favorite shirt and have it delivered to your door, or pick it up at the lounge for a lower price. And one of the best parts? The local artists keep the rights to their work and earn royalties on every shirt sold.
Not into subscriptions? No problem. You can also buy a single shirt with no monthly commitment required. The newest lineup is open now and closes on the 1st of next month. Check out the current designs and order now at theoldkoboldpub.co.
So support indie artists, support your local gaming community, and roll a nat 20 on your t-shirt vibe every time. Join the Kobold Lounge's T-Shirt of the Month Club at theoldkoboldpub.co. That's theoldkoboldpub.co.
Support for the Red Dirt D&D podcast comes from Home Creations, Oklahoma City builders providing homes in the OKC metro for over 40 years. Offering new homes with wood-like tile, LED lighting, and smart thermostats. Locations and features at homecreations.com.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross and I play Elias Stone, a human cleric.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Sable, a half-elf rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne and I play August E. Graymore, a human fighter.
I'm Carrie Hester, and I play Moxie, a tiefling bard.
And I'm Brook Bullock, your DM. Please join us as we explore the curse of the Clockwork City. Sable stands outside of the office of Minthra Thorn, his hand just pulling away from the door handle as he hears someone in her office. Sable, thoughts, ideas, next motions? Tell us what's going on inside of this young man's head.
So my thoughts are swirling around about how Minthra has been in on this for some time and feeling that sense of betrayal and then that confliction of, is there another angle to this? Is there something I'm not understanding? Would she really be working with Zaylin Pierce to fulfill his ambitions? What would she gain out of it? Could she possibly be just keeping tabs on him close enough that... And all these questions swirling in my mind and hearing the noises coming from the room, I kind of straighten up and kind of business as usual, give a rap to the door.
And you know she's in there. There's a pause almost long enough that you think she's not going to say anything. And then you hear her voice, a moment. There's another long pause. She says, come.
And I open the door and I step inside.
And she actually, there's a little tug of a smile in the corner of her lips as she is sitting down in her office chair. And she says, Sable, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. I'm back from my mission.
How'd it go?
As well as can be expected.
And you notice there's like a package that's on her desk, like a folded, in just simple brown paper. But there's a package that's folded on her desk that wasn't there before. What have we learned?
My last conversation with her was to stick with Moxie, right? Mm-hmm. To draw out whoever was after us.
Exactly.
Okay.
And not lead them back here.
I did as you requested. I stayed at the bar for a couple of days, which drew out those who were on my tail.
Do we have answers? Do we have names?
Someone by the name of Greeley.
Okay.
And I'll kind of look at her, not trying to overly inspect, but just kind of seeing how she reacts to that name.
Yes.
17 insight.
Very nice. She tries not to, but you do catch that her eyes kind of just barely betray herself looking down at that desk drawer that you know has the coded ledger in it.
Mm-hmm. He was attempting to kidnap the good doctor from that new place that opened up in the slums.
Yes. Think we've sent Cerulean over there to do a little bit of protection and paperwork with the good doctor.
I'm sure he'll be excited about that.
What did a cultist need with a doctor? Can't they take care of themselves?
It seems like they've been keeping a close eye on doctors in the city, needing their help for these prosthetics throughout the city.
She kind of studies you, gives you a long look. You've felt this before whenever she's not sure if you're telling her everything that she needs to know, but doesn't seem to be able to read you. So she goes, I see. What else?
We dispatched of them and took a little trip down to their base once more.
Ah, the hidden guild halls that are accessed through the walls in the city.
Yes, still surprised to know about their existence. And they led us to a deeper chamber.
And as you say that, she pulls back just a little bit and flicks something in the center drawer of the desk, pulls that out and pulls out. You know, it's a more narrative note-taking ledger, not like a journal, so to speak, and folds it open, grabs a pen, and then begins to jot some things down as you're talking.
So I kind of keep her up to date on us going down there, us hitting the temple of...
That used to be a temple of Katsina that was defaced into Veranex?
Yeah. Defaced into Veranex, and we stopped their ritual. And again, I'm gonna kind of inspect her on this one.
Alrighty.
15.
And what are you looking for?
Just kind of a potential concern about this ritual not having gone through. Maybe a bit of hesitance before her answer. Does she seem like maybe a little disappointed that we stopped it?
So surprisingly, she seems just the opposite. She seems to be very interested in what you've said. In fact, she asked some details about, could you figure out exactly what was this ritual? What was the end goal with the ritual? We need answers, Sable. Surely you just didn't go down there and kill everyone again.
Well, I mean, stuff happens in the heat of a battle, and afterwards you kind of take a moment to look around and second guess your decisions to kill everybody there, but we were in danger and we needed to stop this ritual, and now no one from this cult should be on my trail anymore.
And she does pause for a moment and go, no one.
No one.
Takes a note or two. And the ritual, what was it? What were they doing? More creation of automatons?
Something with Shiver and it being able to make people susceptible to having their soul captured and placed into an automaton.
Trying to do something with the souls. And it's one of the first times you've seen her frustrated in a way. The next time that, if there is a next time, what leads? Where do we go next?
Seeing her reaction that way and kind of knowing her enough that she doesn't outburst like that. Does it seem very genuine, kind of frustration, like she's genuinely not having that information, or does it seem like she's still trying to cover?
Oh, let's rely on the dice.
Okay.
Do a little insight.
That's another 15.
Okay, so, and it seems very honest. She seems to have kind of, for whatever reason, kind of breaking over into a loss of control a little bit.
I still believe Zaylin Pierce has something to do with this, and I don't think it's good for the city. What are your thoughts?
And she, go ahead, roll me another insight.
That's a 16 now.
Okay, very good. When she looks down for a moment and then looks back up, she seems to have kind of reset herself. She's got that very stoic, rigid appearance, the way we know Minthra to behave. Zaylin Pierce is more than a merchant. What he is, we don't know yet. The next time we find a lead, I want you to find a way to bring them here. We're going to get some answers, whether they like it or not. And she senses your pause.
You once wanted to work closer with him. Are you still considering that as an option?
Sometimes the best way to defeat an enemy is to become their friend. I'm not sure that is no longer viable. I think we can still make it work, but she takes a deep breath and says, but sometimes you need chaos to create structure. If we have to shake things up just a little bit, we'll consider doing so.
I do have more information.
Well, then tell it to us.
Zaylin is going to participate in a ritual.
And she drops her pen and puts her hands on the desk and leans forward. When? Where?
Soon, at the Haunted Isles.
How many? Is it 33? How many?
It's, he's taking the rest of his guard, the ones that we didn't dispatch beneath the city, and he's taking whoever in the city has prosthetics and the automatons they created.
And she moves to that top drawer, flips it, unlocks it, the coded ledger. She opens it on top of the ledger she already has, flips to the back. Her eyes start scanning down through the page, and she starts naming some names. And they're the names of some orphans that we perhaps know from the first 10 episodes or so. These people, some of them?
I believe so. And I kind of stepped closer to her desk, whereas before I kind of had been a little bit more closed off to her. Now I will kind of step forward and engage just a little bit more, gaining that sense of connection with her and possibly a little bit of trust back. There were 25 originally of his guard, 18 of which were humans. And now, however many kids he was able to place prosthetics on.
Yes. 15, I think. And you can tell she's like doing some math, looking at her ledger. Most of them are at the Piercing Light Orphanage now?
Yes.
Employed, right?
In some form or fashion.
And she gets up, walks over to the bookshelf, grabs the book off, flips through it, brings it back to the desk. Who do we have there? And she's looking through the book and closes it kind of in frustration, puts it down. No one. He knows you. He can't get in. And you've never really seen her visibly frustrated like this before.
The last time I saw Zaylin, he didn't see me. I was wearing my hat of disguise.
Ah.
But I don't know if I can fully infiltrate. He's still got that mind reading ability.
Yes.
You know about Logan Mitchell.
And amongst the children, I know there is someone from our party who has a friend working at his casino. Do I know that part?
We've talked about Logan Mitchell.
Awesome.
Because I've only seen him in passing.
I don't think you've ever met him, but you know about him.
Yeah.
Some floozy from the Siren Song?
Yes.
I imagine with my natural 20, she caught it. And so she tilts her head for a weird moment. There's almost just a touch of like humor in her eyes as she gives you a look like Sable, you know. And then she says, whatever, keep your secret. And she's thinking, well.
Who else here at the guild could get close to him? I recently got in touch with Cerulean. He seemed capable.
Cerulean's fair. He's good. The problem is not us. The problem is Zaylin. He hardly employs anyone that he doesn't know first. It's a very tight-knit group. The children, maybe, but I don't know how we get any of the children.
Do we extend him an offer to meet with the Sapphire Society? Not about the ritual, but just things going on in the city. Perhaps we can think of a way to get closer to him. Maybe drop our knowledge and say we want in.
And she pauses and she's thinking, and with an authenticity that maybe you haven't heard before, she says, my house fell because we hastened to be cruel too soon. It brought me to Ironspire, ultimately. Tit for tat is not the way that I want to deal with Zaylin Pierce just yet. Get someone in there? Yes, we want to try to figure that out. Someone that puts a rapier between his ribs or poison in his drink? Not just yet. And she takes a deep breath and she says, the children don't matter. Taking Zaylin Pierce down or finding out what he is ultimately vying for in this city, that's what matters. He's got the next move. We're going to wait.
The children do matter, and I push against her.
What?
They do matter. They're a part of his scheme, but they're people in their own right. They shouldn't be sacrificed for his end goal.
Pawns must be used so that the queen win.
And are you the queen?
That takes her by surprise. That catches her off guard. And she begins to speak and then stops. You feel like the first word was gonna be I, and then she stops. And she says, none of us really know our destiny.
I lean in closer to her. I do what I can to protect this city and those who inhabit it, including the children. I could have very easily been one of those children that he captured.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
15.
That's okay. For the first time that you can ever remember, you see Minthra's face soften, but you weren't.
I wasn't.
I found you.
You did, and I am very appreciative. However, for once, let us think of those that are considered beneath us.
And the corner of her mouth kind of, you can't quite tell if it's a sneer or a smile. There's a little bit of like approval in it. She leans back and says, I should have taken up an apprentice a long time ago. I'm really quite good at this.
I'm the best one you'll ever have.
And then a full, like it's not quite teeth, but man, both sides of the mouth move up and the corners tug and there's this half smile there. And she says, by the way, that's for you, and motions to the package that's on the desk.
And I look over at the package and I'll kind of step towards it, picking it off of her table.
Just a real simple, string bow on top.
Take some time, just kind of open it.
And inside is one of those fantastically midnight blue dusters with the weaving of the Sapphire Society logo over one lapel.
And I kind of softly smile down at it as I trace my hand over the fabric. Zaylin Pierce is going to act fast. I feel we could have potentially made him desperate, which makes him more dangerous than he was to begin with. He does not have machinations to take over the city simply. I believe he wants to become a god in his own right.
And she seems very interested in that.
And that leaves no place for us. And I motioned between the two of us in his plan.
Well, something ought to be done about a fellow like that. But I'm still correct in that. Let's let him make the first move, and then we'll intercept. I promise. And she pauses for a long time, takes a deep breath, and says, I promise we'll intercept before harm comes to most of the children.
That's all I ask.
But what are you standing here for? Go get some sleep.
All right, I'll see you in the morning.
Yes.
I walk out.
We stay there in the office of Minthra Thorn for a moment, and she reaches into a pocket of her vest, kind of where you would keep a pocket watch or something like that. And she pulls out a little medallion that has a white skull with a spider at the top of it and holds it up to her forehead and takes on an attitude of prayer. From the darkness of the hallways of the Sapphire Society, we move back to the darkness outside of Dr. Stone's medical office. And August E. Graymore is still there.
Yes.
A chance for conversation, insight, questions.
August, I thank you for dispensing justice on that person. I hope you understand that's not in my skill set. That's why I left you to it. I know you got stuff to do. Just real quick, we need to know more about Zaylin Pierce's situation, what he's going to do. All we got from the dwarf was soon. I hate the word soon. It means nothing. That could be in 24 hours. It could be in 24 months. We need to know better than that. We have Logan Mitchell, who's working for Zaylin Pierce right now. I don't want to put Logan in any trouble or any danger, but he is working there. We got to find out the information. So either Logan helps us out getting the information, or we sneak back into the Copper Moon to get that information. I think Logan would be able to access it much easier than we would. But next time you talk to Logan, ask him if he can help us find out that information. Maybe either talking to somebody or talking to Zaylin himself or whatever.
Also, Logan Mitchell is in danger. He's going to be sacrificed at this gate because he has one of these fancy prosthetics. That's why I've seen his underpants.
He has.
His was unique though, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. His was not part of this whole thing.
He made it seem like it was. He said, I got a brand new prosthetic. They paid me, and I just have to go in every now and then and tell them what's going on. He has one of these prosthetics. He's gonna get sacrificed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just on children.
Anyway, so just talk to him because he's got information about when this is going to happen. And that's all I got to say. I'll let you go on, and I know you need to.
Side note, Logan Mitchell's currently being a mailman.
Consider it done. He walks home, but he takes a long route through the city, just kind of wandering. He's still wearing the gloves. He walks through the residential district and kind of looks in windows here and there casually. And then he makes his way to the siren. He walks around back, climbs up to the roof, and stands outside of his shack.
Some rain starts falling.
And he stands there in the rain for a moment, and then he walks in. He has his glaive with him. He takes his halberd off the wall. When he does, he realizes for the first time since he's left that he still has his gloves on. So he drops the halberd on his makeshift bed and quickly pulls the gloves off and throws them on the ground on the floor of his shack. Picks the halberd up, reaches under his mattress and grabs that sack of coin he leaves there. Reaches into the crate and pulls out the last bit of booze left in the bottle. Finishes it quickly, throws it on the ground with the gloves. And he turns and he walks out. Just takes a few steps away from the shack. His glaive on his back and his halberd on his hand, and stands there as it rains. And then he turns around and with all his might grips both hands on the halberd and starts striking the shack. Tearing it down panel by panel as the roof collapse. And then turns his back to it again and just stands there, holds his hand up and looks at it, drops his halberd and rushes over to the pile of debris now that was once his home and starts lifting panels and wall portions out of the way until he finds the gloves. Picks them up, still bloody, puts them in his belt, retrieves his halberd.
And as you start to turn away from that, walking toward the edge of the building where the ladder is, you can tell there's a presence behind you.
Get an intuition roll to know who it is without turning around?
Yeah, you can try.
No, 6.
Yeah, no clue. Some invader, some.
Been around.
Yep. And there's a figure, all in black, has a rapier. Roll me a perception check.
If you wanted to, I don't know how this is going to go, but remember that Kobe is on a mission and somebody needs to take the trash out. So if I need to take the trash out.
Right? You, I think, in timeline are currently all the way downstairs with Kobe.
I'm downstairs.
You're all the way in the cellar.
Depending on how long, he seemed to wander for a while. So at the end of the shift, after we close up, I would take the trash out.
Ah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
11.
An 11. Very nice, very nice. So all in black except for a seashell necklace, and says, "What's all the racket?"
Mind your business. Person who lives here is no more, so there's no need for it to exist.
What do you mean, the person who lives here?
I don't know if I am who I once was.
Are you a danger to others?
I can be, properly motivated. He's not saying this in a threatening way, he's saying this like I just realized that, yeah.
And the rapier is out and it's dropped slightly in a way that would invite an attack.
With the halberd in my hand, I'm just completely relaxed.
Yeah, you have enough combat knowledge to know that in essence it's an easily defendable position, right? That it would be easy to lift and block and strike. A danger to others. And then the rapier spins and slides into a sheath, maybe to those who hurt children.
No doubt.
So where are you gonna go?
I don't know, maybe I should get something with more walls and a better door.
The ambiance won't be as good though.
Yeah, it is what I make it. Maybe home will just be where I hang my, and he looks at his halberd and says, hat.
I can see why she likes you.
She.
Not too smart though. Graymore, right?
Yes.
Keep up the good work. And this figure just turns and runs to the edge of the building and just launches off the building over to the next one and dashes and dashes.
Yeah, he just he doesn't smirk, but he kind of quietly chortles to himself. And he continues over to the edge where the ladder is. And before he descends, he stops and looks off that way again. Then he goes down. I'm gonna go around into the entrance if it's unlocked.
Place is hopping. It's a little bit right before midnight or so. So place hopping.
Are you at the bar?
Oh yeah, I said I worked the rest of that shift.
Okay,
so.
I'll
There you
walk up
go.
to the bar and say, remember when I used to keep this behind the bar? I'll hand my halberd over to you.
You know, I told Kobe
Yes,
to take.
I know. And he turns around and he walks away.
And
He seems sad.
She puts it on the. She was ready to make a joke about Kobe not taking the hooks down, so there's some hooks underneath the bar,
Yeah.
and she scoops it under the hooks, and then she works for a little while. She finishes up whatever she was doing, and while she's doing that, without even saying a word, she just drops off unopened mid-shelf bottle on his table and says, "I'll send over some cake to go with it," and sends him some German chocolate cake.
Very nice.
Because that's what you eat with whiskey, German chocolate cake.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you do notice that he's a little morose. Obviously, the cake and the whiskey is good.
But he's noticing that you're okay. So either you don't know what he did or you're okay with what he did.
She works, and obviously you're gonna hang out till the end of the shift. Fast forward, you finish your cake. I assume. Do you eat the cake?
I might nibble a frosting off of it to pair it with a mid-shelf.
I can't
Swill.
afford to give you top shelf right now. I could have given you well. But as some of the last couple patrons trickle out, she's gonna start closing duties. and she's not going to walk over to you. She's just gonna like continue closing duties while talking out loud, if that makes sense. So she's wiping things down, sweeping things up, but you two are the only people in the bar. She sent Harmony upstairs, which is where Harmony lives, and she sent Melody home. Aria only works during the day. And she says, quite a day, huh? How you feeling?
Okay.
You didn't like the cake?
Not really in the mood for cake.
I can see what else we got back there.
I'm fine, thank you.
You know, August, we've been friends for more than a few days. I don't know how to... This is how I help people. I feed them, I take care of them. You usually don't want to talk about it, but do you want to break tradition and talk about it this time?
No.
Do you want to stay in the smuggler suite so you don't have to walk home in the rain?
Do you think it's possible for someone to believe in something so much, with every bit of their existence, their being, to the point that it could change them, but not for the good, change them for evil? Evil to make the ends that are good. I'm not making any sense.
You are making sense. I think you're asking me if I think the ends justify the means. And, you know, given today's events, I think you're feeling some kind of way. You and I have similar goals. We look out for the downtrodden, the children. Harmony, I've been taking care of since she was 9 years old. Her parents died. They got sick from some factory job that they were forced to have. Melody's parents are doing their best to get by, but she has to work. You know, she dropped out of school when she was only 11. Aria would never admit it, but we're the only thing keeping her sane. And I have helped so many people who were vulnerable find a new life. And I believe in them, and I believe in their chance for a new life. The way I pursue that is a little bit different than the way that other people might, but I'm not guilt-free. There is blood on my hands. There are people who I knew were doing bad things, who were hurting those downtrodden women, and who found themselves in bad situations. Steven's a good one, but Aria's had some poor choices in the past. Those people may have found themselves drafted onto a ship out of town. Sometimes our hearts do more thinking than our brains do, and that's okay. Are you asking if I think that you're evil because you took revenge on Edward Gutking for standing by while he knew that children were being tortured, maimed, disarmed, if you will? I don't think you're evil for that. I think I've watched you try to do the best. I've watched you not fall to the dark side of the god. You stood up to them. You held to your scruples. It would have been very easy for you to slide under the radar, not say anything, but you didn't. I saw you make sure that Reynard saw justice. I saw you make sure that I am safe, that Dr. Stone is safe, that all of my girls are safe, and I would trust you with my life. I have trusted you with my life, and I'm a good judge of character. I wouldn't trust someone with my life if I thought they were going to use it for evil.
I did not enjoy what I did. Also, I'm not bothered by what I did, and that's what bothers me. But perhaps you're right, I'm not evil. I'm just exactly what I need to be. And he takes a tug on the bottle and says, "Thank you, Moxie. I will take the room, at least for a few nights."
Fair warning, take a mop with you. Sometimes things are sticky down there, it's just maple syrup. If you start seeing kobolds come out of the floor, tell them that game night is canceled. And as she kind of heads upstairs, she says, do me a favor, take the trash out for me. You gotta earn your keep. You know, we probably should call Logan.
Yes, Logan Mitchell, I know. He's busy right now, but I am going to make my way over by his place soon.
You know he's in danger.
Yes.
He's gonna get invited on a field trip that he's not meant to come back on.
Yes.
I feel like that would rankle him.
I don't think it's going to be bad for him. I think it's going to be good for us if he's there.
Oh, he's not gonna let this stand by. If I know anything about that man, and I've seen him in his underwear, it's that he's not gonna let someone use him to further their own purposes. And she'll go up the stairs a few more steps, and she'll say, just like another guy I know, and we'll disappear up the stairs.
Oh, it's Moxie.
And meanwhile, over at Dr. Stone's office, Kobe has arrived at the front door.
Kobe, I need you to take
Hello.
out. Hi, Kobe. Fantastic. You look great, by the way.
Oh, I'm here to help.
Yes, I was going to need your help because unfortunately I have.
He scurries in by you.
Yeah, come on in. So I'll show you back now. Wait a minute. Before you go in here,
He goes over to a chair in the waiting room.
you've seen some dead bodies. Yeah.
He puts his bag down,
Does
starts opening the bag.
Does he have somebody with him?
No, not yet.
He was gonna assess the situation before he decided if he needed help, because he doesn't want to share his syrup.
Okay.
He, as you're talking, he opens up his bag of holding.
Oh, okay. Come on back here. Prepare yourself.
Okay.
And he pulls out a couple rags from the bag of holding and ties like something around his head and then like puts like a little thing on and turns around and he's in a little nurse's outfit and it's just filthy rags and he's like,
Ta-da!
You look great.
Yes.
Maybe I could use you over
Yeah.
here sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. I don't have any syrup to offer, but maybe I could offer some other services. Maybe
Right.
to some of your friends.
Syrup, no.
Oh, I'll get you some syrup.
Okay.
All right. But I want you to brace yourself because it's not a pretty sight.
Okay.
Okay. No, I mean brace yourself mentally and emotionally.
and he pushes against his head.
Good. Come on.
Okay.
And I pull back the curtain, and there is Edra, armless.
Dismembered, yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I did not do that.
it's bad.
Well, he had it coming. He was doing bad things to children.
Oh.
Remember the kid we saw who was about to get his arm bit off?
And he gets nervous.
Yeah.
He was the one who was behind all that. So I help him get the body into the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it can fit.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it
You
would.
said that he had a bag of holding.
I did indeed.
And we put the arms in, and I say, okay, that's all we needed was to get rid of the body. You got a place to put it, get rid of the body, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's all I needed was for you to get rid of the body.
Like, nurse?
Not right now. It's time for bed. So you just go take care of the body, and
Right.
you got your syrup, right? And
Right.
Moxie paid you for that.
Wait.
Oh, and you see revelation on his head that he's done this whole job for 2 things of syrup that are all his. He didn't need any help whatsoever.
Right.
He just, little kobold grin on that lizard face.
Does he realize that the actual loophole, because Dr. Stone said Moxie just paid you, right? He could say, no, Moxie didn't pay me.
Yeah.
She said you would pay me. Okay.
Right over his head.
He's not that smart.
So you go ahead and go, and I'll take care of the rest of the cleanup here.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Kobe.
Yeah.
You do a great job. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And tell the other kobolds to take care and have a good night.
Yeah.
And he kind of heaves the bag of holding up. You know it's really not that heavy,
It doesn't
but he makes
change
a
in
big
weight,
scene,
yes.
and he kind of staggers out, and then looks back at you, and then just relaxes, and he just carries it out normally, you know. Blah, blah, blah.
And I close the door and I reset the glyph of warding. And I go back into the room and I clean up and I get everything disinfected and all the blood and everything. And once it's all done, I go into my bedroom and change into my silk pajamas like I always do.
Very nice.
And just as I'm about to switch out the ever-burning lamp, I go to the drawer in the dresser beside my bed and I open it up and I pull out these medals that belonged to Elizabeth, my wife.
For exceptional valor, for service, and other awards.
And as I look at the case, a teardrop falls, and then I turn out the light and I just hold the case and I put myself into bed and fall asleep crying.
Red Dirt D&D, Curse of the Clockwork City is Brook Bullock as our Dungeon Master, Kiri Hester as Moxie, Connor Shenold as Sable, Johnny Payne as August E. Graymore, and I'm Michael Cross as Dr. Elias Stone. Our theme music comes from Ovani Sound. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Jeffrey McBride, Monument Studios, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by ST Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we discover more secrets in the Clockwork City.
This episode is over, but the laughs don't have to be. Join the Red Dirt RPG Patreon at the $5 tier or up to unlock outtakes featuring raw studio hilarity, weird, wild, wonderful off-script chaos, and the weekly nonsense that just didn't make the final episode.
Keep up to date with the coolest geek shenanigans in Oklahoma when you listen to the Okie Geek podcast. Stay in the know about upcoming conventions, comic books, and the nerdiest happenings in the Panhandle State. That way you don't miss out on things like live Mario Kart, Wizard comics, or board game conventions. Search for Okie Geek on the NPR app or wherever you get podcasts.